Alright, once again I feel obligated to make a video on the ruination of everything. But I'll start with a particular problem. I was using my computer, as I am wont to do, and everything I moved the mouse cursor over, wherever I leave the mouse cursor on the screen, some nonsense appears because it might be helpful. Now, I want to tell you the difference between how a man uses a machine and how a woman uses a machine, because there's a big difference, and every single tool around has been made for women to use, okay? And women don't mind everything being done for them because they don't have the instinctive need to be the master of what they're using. If you say to a woman, you can do it this way, she'll say, oh, that's nice. If you say to a man, you can do it this way, immediately he'll be saying, do I want this information? Can I do it myself? Okay? Because he knows that the onus is on him to make sure that he can do the things he needs to do in this life by himself, if possible. Okay, so every single time I move my mouse around the screen on the computer, and nowadays nonsense pops up onto the screen. Would you like this? Can you? I'm livid every time I use my computer, because it seems that this gross nonsense of feminizing everything has just taken hold everywhere, and I'm tired of it. I'm absolutely tired of it. Okay. What we need to do, in my opinion, is have, for example, in the case of Windows, Windows for women and Windows for men. Because in terms of what they call feminism, which is actually feminization, all that's being done is that everything we use is being made 100% for women. Okay? And I am sick of it. Everything is being ruined, okay? This whole world is being made into a softy nightmare. Okay? I'll give you another example. Right? I'm in England, right? When I'm cycling down the street, now I have noticed in the last few years, cars will just hang back from me as if I'm made of glass and I'm 10 feet wide. Okay? That is nonsense. There is a space next to me you could get 5 tanks through, and someone will be sitting there, oh, can I overtake? Oh, maybe I shouldn't overtake because there's a cyclist in the way. Where does this nonsense come from? Protecting everyone because they might make a mistake. That's not how men work. And I'll tell you the difference between men and women when we're driving as well, okay? If I am crossing the street, if I am driving as a pedestrian, or if I'm driving, or if I'm cycling, the second I see a driver approaching me, as a man, we have an instantaneous understanding. That guy's going to make a decision, right? Or he's not. He's going to make a decision to go, or he isn't, all right? And I'm also going to make my decision to go, right? And in a fraction of a second, we've made those decisions. I know I'm going this way, he knows he's going that way, all right? It would be extremely rare for us to have a situation where one of us doesn't make a decision to either make way for the other guy or take the opportunity to leave or move or go through. Now, if we don't make it for some reason, or we mess up, the other guy is going to be like you, and he'll insert, pejorative term there, all right? Because you messed up. When you are walking or cycling or driving and there's a woman driving towards you, and this is absolutely, I've never seen it not happen, a woman will instinctively go and stop. She will freeze, okay? She won't have any instinctive impulse to just say, okay, I'm going here and what you do is up to you, okay? That is how it works. If you cross the road as a pedestrian in front of a woman, right, she will unilaterally freeze, she will stop, she will slam on the brakes, even if it causes problems for traffic behind her, because her instinct is life preservation, okay? If it's a man, he'll say, roll the dice, fella, and you'll walk across the road and you'll make it, because you understand that he's going to give you the room to do so. All right? This is just how it works. You can complain and whinge. Oh, how sexist! I don't care. This is reality. All right? Men do things for themselves. All right? They make instinctive decisions based upon thousands of instances in their life where they have taken risk. Okay? That's how men work. When little girls are little, all right, and you can say, oh, well, not all women, I don't care, right? When little girls are little, they don't go out to the local hill on their bicycles and tear down it at a breakneck pace, risking getting broken bones because they have an instinctive desire to. Boys do. I did it. Every single boy I grew up with. Apart from, I guess there were some effeminate boys or whatever, but the point is that by and large, masculinity dictates that you will take risk. And you will learn how to handle that risk. And the same is true when you're using tools and equipment, all right? You learn to use it based upon your own desire to master it, okay? And it's just, here's another example. Everyone knows that when men are lost, they don't ask for directions. It is the last thing they ever want to do. I will drive through a place 10 times to try and get my own bearings of where I am before I will ever ask a guy or anyone else for help. Alright? Women, they will arrive in a place and go, oh, I don't know where I am, and they'll just ask anyone for help straight away. Why? Because they are not burdened with the responsibility for being the independent master of whatever situation they're supposed to be in. It doesn't exist for them. It's not hardwired into their psyches. So every time I use the system that's been produced only for women, it drives me up the wall. And it's the same with internet websites. They're all designed to be moron proof, all right? Because in the world that women live in, you don't have to challenge yourself to use something properly. That's not a burden you bear, all right? The burden is gone, so everything is done for you. And the problem is that ends up making people stupid, all right? Because they're not burdened with any responsibility for themselves, and it makes them controlled and controllable, which is one of the other reasons why feminism is a disaster. Because all it's ended up with is the whole world being this soft, mushy, pillow covered, cushioned for your safety nightmare. And men are just like, what the hell is going on? All right? And to give you an example of the nonsense that's happening nowadays, all right? When was the last time you saw a man pushing a pushchair for his baby down the street? Yesterday is the answer, or even today, because it's everywhere. Oh, well, you can't tell. I'm sorry, but it's a very, very, very rare instance whereby it is necessary for a man to do that. All right? I'm not a parent, but in the whole of my youth, from when I was a baby till about 10 years ago, it was ridiculous to see a man doing that. Oh, well, we live in a new world. I'm sorry, you're living in a joke. You're living in a joke. And it needs to be completely and utterly undone. There are so many things now that are basically a result of this poisonous nonsense of feminism, which is ultimately feminisation. Because in order for women to be the same as men, men have to be dragged down. Oh, you're saying women are inferior? Yes! In many, many, many ways, women are inferior. Okay? That's simply a fact. Alright? They think differently to men. In the outside world, the world is a risky place. Alright? Men are hardwired to face risk. And I mean losing arms and legs if necessary to get jobs done. Women are not burdened with that. They are focused on life preservation, which means that a world made safe for them is a complete joke for men. We're tired of it. I'm tired of it. It's disgusting watching it. Absolutely disgusting. I know damn well that there are millions of other guys out there who see this and feel exactly the same. This is a disaster of a society that's been created. It's a mess. If you... I'm not going to say that women aren't intelligent. There are some extremely intelligent women, of course. But the way that they think about the world is completely different. Completely not. Any woman will tell you men don't make sense to her. And any man will tell you women don't make sense to him. Because we are programmed for different roles. And you can bleat about, oh, gender is a construct. I don't. You're out of your fucking mind. You're out of your mind. Alright? Sex is a real thing. Okay? I'm a man. And a woman is a woman. And there's a damn good reason for that. There are many damn good reasons for that. If there are people who fall between the two, so be it. It doesn't mean that as a concept, it's just a figment that we can just manipulate and fool with. It's not. It's not. And as a man, as a young boy, I was raised. And, well, that proves it's a construct. No. No. Everything is innate in a man, okay, from his birth. It's just encouraged and grown as he works into his society. The same is true for a woman. We are completely and utterly different. It just needs to be completely separated, all right? So I would say you have to have nowadays a Microsoft Windows for men and a Microsoft Windows for women, and it would work. It would work because men don't want everything done for them. So that version for them would be very basic. It wouldn't have this pop up and this pop up and this pop up. Would you like this? Maybe you'd like this. What if you didn't want this? Ooh, A man doesn't want that in a tool. He doesn't want it. He wants it to just function. Whereas a woman's version of Microsoft Windows, you could have all the pop-ups in the world, which would tell her, you can do this, and you can, how about we do this for you? Oh, wouldn't this be helpful? Blah, 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 blah. And women will go, ooh, how wonderful, ooh. And that's the problem, because Windows now is only for women. Because the people manufacturing products nowadays have to go, oh, we have to worry about about feminism now. We have to make everyone in the world the same, and the only way you can make everyone in the world the same is if you create them, if you make it all feminine, okay? Because there is a limit to what women generally can cope with, beyond which men are very happy to cope with. Men and women are completely different. Take men and women onto a camping trip. What do the men do? The first thing they want to do is go out and get dirty and messy and do something risky. Okay? They're happy to just go gather wood and set a fire and burn some meat. Women are more concerned with the way the camp looks, how things are going to work, blah, 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 to make it comfortable. It's a completely different mental aspect. We're not the same. We will never be the same. And this feminization has to stop and be utterly reversed. It's a joke. And it's interfering with the manhood of many of the men in our society. I'll tell you something. There's this notion at the moment of an alpha male and a beta male. I'll tell you what the difference is. The difference is that what is called a beta male is merely a man who has, or a male who has not been made into a man. He has not gone through what you would regard as an initiation of some kind. Every single society in humanity has this function, whereby a young male, a young boy, is put through something to make him into a man. Before he does that, he's not a man. So you've got millions of people in this country now, millions of men, or males, who have not been made into men. And they're wandering around without a clue in the world of how the world functions. And they're just worried about what they say all the time. This has to end. It has to be reversed. It has to be fixed. And I'm definitely going to do everything I can to fix it. On a big scale. Because I'm tired of this nonsense. I realise that this can't be fixed by whinging about it. Yeah, I'm whinging now, I'm complaining, but I'm stating the problem. But I've already begun to plan what to do to fix it. Because that's how you really have to fix problems. You've got to fix them, frankly, from the top. Whatever system is in charge at the moment is a joke. And it needs to be completely overhauled and replaced. It's a mess. It's an unfixable thing that needs to be completely and utterly reworked and done from scratch. Because of the damage that's been done. That's the truth.